Another day, another stupid South Park lawsuit. I swear, every time a remotely funny episode of South Park comes out, seriously, the person featured in the episode always tries to sue because they can just never take a joke. They just get so butthurt and just don't want to roll with the punches. They basically try to sue South Park and try to, win some money or whatever. All it really does is basically make them look like a clown and essentially just give South Park more ideas for episodes. But today, recently, there was an episode that just got released for South Park season 26. It was about the royal family, specifically Meghan Markle and the Prince of England. And man, they held no punches. They just went all in on them. And honestly, I really hope South Park does that because that's their brand and it's always a joy to watch. But yeah, I kind of want to take a look at this article and kind of go in depth with the episode because honestly, you should definitely give it a watch because it's pretty funny. But before I kind of do that, if you could share this with your friends, like the video, and subscribe if you're brand new around here, it really helps out the channel a ton. And with that out of the way, let's talk about some South Park. All right, before I kind of get into the newest controversy, I kind of want to talk about the old controversies and lawsuits to just kind of just show you how stupid they are and just why the famous people just never win. So here we go. My favorite lawsuit has to be of Tom Cruise and the fact that he literally tried to sue the show like 3 times. So the first time was like the Scientology episode in 2005. He literally tried to sue them because he's like, "Oh, I hate the depiction and how I am. Like it makes me look like such a weak man." It's like they're like, "Okay." And then literally they looked at that and were like, all right, let's just make fun of him again and call him a fudge packer. So he tries to sue again and he fails. And that's what I just love is that these celebrities think that they're going to literally bring them down and they never do. And it's so funny. And another great controversy was with like the Prophet Muhammad. They wanted to show that. They're like, all right, we're going to do something that like no TV show has ever done. We're going to show the Prophet Muhammad. They were getting death threats from people. They were really getting death threats saying, if you show this, we are going to come to your house. And they were like, all right, do it. Bring it on. They're ready. They were absolutely ready to show it until like, Comedy Central's like, chill, guys, chill. Like you need to not show this. And they're like, all right. But they were just ready. That's what I love about Trey Parker and Matt Stone is that they just don't care. They will literally just go above and beyond to just show what they want, and that's what I love. And especially with this episode with the royal family. So if you have not seen the recent episode, essentially it was about the royal family of Canada. It was a parody of the British royal family. And it kind of, goes into particular on 2 people, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. And man, they do not skip any punches with these 2. They go all in. So I found this article that basically kind of shows like, pretty much like everything about the episode and kind of summarizes it in like a way better way than I ever would. So I'm going to read you a couple lines from it. So here we go. The episode arrived on February 15th and titled The Worldwide Privacy Tour. Follows the fictional Prince of Canada and his wife as they try to find privacy and seclusion in a small mountain town. Yeah, that is a great way to kind of like, summarize the episode because what it's showing pretty much is like the fact that like they want privacy. They've been saying it in like every press release since 2020 that they want to distance themselves from the royal family and they want to be treated as normal people. They've been saying this on every news station. But what's funny is that they're such hypocrites about it. They literally say they want to be normal people, but they're such hypocrites about it. They literally are just like, oh, treat us like normal people. Oh, we're posting on Instagram that we're out like with celebrity parties and with famous celebrities. Or better yet, oh, we're going to make Netflix series about how the royal family's terrible and that we were mistreated. Yeah, you really want to be taken out of the limelight. And that's what South Park even focuses on. And I love the fact that like even the article kind of calls them out on it too. So here we go. The article depicts the royals appearing on the set of Good Morning Canada show where they appear waving signs declaring they want their privacy. When the show's host questions the sincerity of the claim, the prince replies, "How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving blank wife has always wanted her privacy." And yeah, it's so true. They literally are holding signs saying, we want our privacy. Or better yet, don't talk to us. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that one person, like who is like moping throughout the halls, like in school, like just like upset. And then when you try to go up to them saying, are you okay? It's like don't talk to me. That's literally the vibe that they're giving off, and it's just so funny. They just are like, "No, don't talk to us. We're normal people," and that's all they're saying. But you know, and I know that they are not that way. They are just attention hogs, and they're trying to literally get as much attention as they possibly can, and that's what the episode shows so well. They even show it when Kyle moves across from them, and essentially they look at him like the second that Kyle looks at him, they're like, "Get away from us. We want our attention, we don't want yours." Like they get so afraid, and it's so funny. One thing that I will say about this whole controversy, and this kind of goes like in theme with like the old controversy, is like, why do they think they're gonna win? Seriously, who has beaten South Park? No one. In the 30 lawsuits or more that they've had from like the research that I've done, who has won? No one. Because guess what? South Park actually does their humor so well and satirically that they are not going to get sued. Like these people who think they're so famous and they're so untouchable think that they're going to beat South Park, and they just never do. And it's so funny to watch that they just they go they puff out their chest, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna beat South Park, like we're gonna get them off the air for doing this." It's like all that you do is basically show to everyone that South Park was right about you and that their depiction is right on, because if you get that butthurt about it, it shows that the depiction was correct and that you cannot take a joke about yourself. See, if these celebrities just took the punches and kind of laughed with it, I would just be so much happier. Like, that's what I mean. So many people would not have to see these stupid lawsuits have to pop up because just people can't take a joke. Seriously, if South Park were to make an episode or just like a mention of me, I would love it because I know they do such a good job absolutely roasting me. And that's what I would love to see, but a man can dream. So the controversy is kind of in its early states. Like Meghan Markle and them basically state that oh, we're gonna get this lawsuit underway. We're gonna sue them. We're actually gonna get the royal family involved and just get everything going. So something I want to say here, what is kind of just ironic, is the fact that as you kind of notice in the episode, they literally show them as Canadians with signs. So here, I'll kind of show the picture up on screen. They literally, in the episode, show them as a parody of the Canadian royal family, not the British one. They also do not state their name. They do not say Meghan Markle or Prince Harry. They just call them the Prince and Princess of Canada, which is even more funny. They don't even need to go in on their names. That's what's so funny, is that South Park just does humor so right that they don't even need to state their names. And that's what's so funny. I can imagine, in the lawsuit, they're going to say, well, it looks like us, so, we should get money, or better yet, like that. That's literally what they're going to be like during the court case or whatever, if they actually try to go to court. They're just going to get absolutely roasted by South Park's litigation team. If you do not know this, South Park's, legal team is so top-notch, seriously. You try to sue them, they will hold no punches, just like the creators. They'll go all in. But, yeah, just absolutely ridiculous. South Park is just going to keep getting controversies because just of how they, do humor with the show and everything, and I don't think it's ever going to stop. And I just love reading these stories because these celebrities literally think they are the chosen one. They think they're the Anakin Skywalker of trying to literally take South Park off the air, and it never works out. One last thing I really want to state, before I get to the conclusion, I want to say this. Does anybody really care about these two? Seriously. I mean it. Does anyone really care about Meghan Markle or Prince Harry? Because, I know they're, part of the British royal family, but they're not anymore. They've literally tried to, stay secluded from them. So they're just, normal people. Does, anyone really just, say, yeah, those are my idols and all that? It's no. I really don't think so. These people just encapsulate, Instagram influencers and all that? That's what these people kind of just exemplify. It's, literally, how useless some Instagram influencers are, and basically they only want attention and actually don't, really provide much, and they're just ridiculous. But yeah, They're just going to keep trying with this controversy, and I can't wait for that court date. Seriously, I want South Park to show live footage of it because I know for a fact it's going to be a disaster, and I am going to love every second of it. At the end of the day, I just don't get why people try to like sue South Park. Like, seriously, it's such a beloved show and just cherished by billions of people. Like, I don't get why people, sorry, famous people who get butthurt from the jokes just keep trying to do it. Like, they keep thinking that, like, oh, I'm going to be the one to finally sue South Park and get some money. It's like the joke is out there. It's out there. It's not going away. And better yet, by you suing them and making yourself look like an idiot, all it really does is make South Park have another idea for another episode, basically just making you look even bigger clown than you already are. And that's what's so great about the show is that they just make fun of everybody, like no one's saved. And that's what like people really like about it, and that's what I really like about it is the fact that like, you can just take the show at face value and just kind of laugh at yourself. But sadly these famous people just don't do that. They see the episode and they're like, "Oh, it's terrible. I'm going to go sue." And then they fail and then basically just look stupid in the process. But yeah, kind of wanted to cover this because when I saw the article today, I was like, yes, I have to cover this for the video because South Park's one of my favorite shows of all time. And honestly, if I could do a story about it, just why not? But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, share this with your friends, and subscribe if you're brand new around here. It helps out the channel a lot. And with that out of the way, I'm going to go watch South Park again because honestly, that episode was funny. Have a good night and see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.